I orient myself Aditya Patil from MCA first year, Division A. My SRN number is 31240784. My subject is data structure and algorithm. Topic is queue. Queue is a introduction of queue data type. Several examples and application of queue are given in this chapter. The presentation that describes the queue operation are of two ways to implement a queue. Like a queue is like a line of people waiting for a bank teller. That a queue has a front and a rear. There are two types, front and rear. The queue operation. New people must enter the queue at the rear. Like the C++ queue. Class call this a push. Although it is usually called an enqueue operation, while the rear and the front are two main types. The queue operation. When an item is taken from the queue, it always comes from the front. The C plus queue call this is a pop, although it is usually called a dequeue operation. The queue class, the C++ standard templates library has a queue template class. The template library of the queue template class parameter is a type of its that can be put into queue. A queue can be implemented with an array as shown here. For example, the queue contains the integer 4 at the front, 8 and 6 at the rear. The easiest implementation also keeps the track of the number of the item in the queue and the index of the first element, like at the front of the queue and at the rear the last element. List stack queue has many applications. Items enters a queue rear and leaves a queue at the front. Queue can be implemented using an array. People at beginning, people waiting for a queue bank teller. The queue has a front and the queue operation and two-way of implementation queue, like explained in here. Although it's usually called a dequeue, it always comes from the front C plus and it elements index of the first and the last element. Hence, it is queue usually used for normal. Thank you.